Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Text number 20. परस्तस्मात्तु भवन्यो व्यक्तो व्यक्तः सनातना यः स सर्वेषु भूतेषु नश्यत्सु न विनश्यति. Yet there is another unmanifested nature which is eternal and is transcendental to this manifested and unmanifested matter. It is supreme and is never annihilated. When all in this world is annihilated, that part remains as it is. Avyakto akshara ityutta avyakto akshara uktas tam ahu paramam gatim yam prapya na nivartante tadhama param mama. That which the Vedantas describe as unmanifested and infallible, that which is known as a supreme destination, that place from which, having attained it, one never return, that is my supreme abode. Purushah sa param partha bhaktya labhyastau अन्यया यस्यान्ता स्थानि भूतानि येन सर्वमिदं तदम्. The Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is greater than all, is attainable by unalloyed devotion. Although he is present in his abode, he is all pervading and everything is situated within him. Yatra kale tva anavritam avrittam cheva yogina prayata yanti tam kalam vakshyami bharatharshava. O best of Bharatas, I shall now explain to you the different time at which passing away from this world the yogis does or does not come back. Agnirjyoti aham suklam Sanmas Uttarayanam Tatra Prayata Gachanti Brahma Vido Jana. Those who know the Supreme Brahman attain the Supreme by passing away from the world during the influence of the fiery god, in the light at the auspicious moment of the day, during the fortnight of the waxing moon, or during the 6th month when the sun travels in the north. Dhrumo ratris tatha Krishna Shanmasa Dakshinayanam Tatra Chandra Masam Jyorti Yogi Prapya Nivartate. The mystic who passes away from this world during the smoke, the night, the fortnight of the waning moon, or the 6th month when sun passes to south, reaches the moon planet, but again comes back. Sukla Krishne gati yete jagat sashvate mata ekaya yati anavrittam anyaya vartate puna. According to Vedic opinion, there are two ways of passing from this world. One in the light and one in darkness. When one passes in light, he does not come back. But when one passes in darkness, he returns. Nete suti partha jnanan yogi muyyanti kashana tasmad sarveshu kaleshu yoga yukto bhavarjuna. Although the devotees know this true path, O Arjuna, they are never bewildered. Therefore, be always fixed in devotion. Text number 28. Vedeshu yadneshu tapashu cheva daneshu yat punya phalam pradishtam. Vedeshu yadneshu tapsu cheva daneshu yat punya phalam pradishtam. Atteti tatsarvamidam vidatva yogim param namupeti chadyam. A person who accepts the path of devotional service is not bereft of the result derived from studying the Vedas, performing austerities, sacrifice, giving charity, or pursuing philosophical and creative activities. Simply by performing devotional service, he attains all this, and at the end, he reaches the supreme eternal abode. Oh. So then the Bhaktivedanta purport of 8th chapter of Srimad Bhagavad Gita in the matter of attaining the Supreme. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So friends, today we completed chapter 8. In first chapter, we learn the chapter 1, observing the armies on the battlefield of Kurukshetra. As the opposing armies stand poised for battle, Arjuna, the mighty warrior, sees his intimate relative, teachers and friends in both armies ready to fight and sacrifice their lives. Overcome by grief and piety, Arjuna fails in strength. His mind becomes bewildered and he gives up his determination to fight. Chapter 2, we discuss content of the Gita summarized. Arjuna submits to the Lord Krishna as his disciple, and Krishna begins his teaching to Arjuna by explaining the fundamental distinction between temporary material body and eternal spiritual soul. The Lord explains the process of transmigration, the nature of selfless service to Supreme, and the characteristic of self-realized person. Karma Yoga. Chapter number 3. Everyone must engage in some sort of activity in this material world. By action can never bind, but action can either bind one to this world or liberate one from it. By acting for the pleasure of Supreme, without selfish motive, one can be liberated from the law of karma, action and reaction, and attain transcendental knowledge of the Self and the Supreme. Chapter 4, Transcendental Knowledge. The spiritual knowledge of the soul of God and their relationship is both purifying and liberating. Such knowledge is the fruit of selfless devotional action, Karma Yoga. The Lord explained the remote history of the Gita, the purpose and significance of its periodic descent to the material world, and the necessity of approaching a guru, a realized teacher. In chapter 5, we discuss Karma Yoga, that is action in Krishna consciousness, outwardly performing all action but inwardly renouncing their fruits. The wise man, purified by the fire of transcendental knowledge, attain peace, detachment, forbearance, spiritual vision and bliss. Chapter 6, Dhyana Yoga. Ashtanga Yoga, a mechanical meditative practice, controls the mind and senses and focuses concentration on Paramatma, the Super Soul, the form of the Lord, situated in the heart. This practice culminates in Samadhi, full consciousness of Supreme. Chapter 7, Knowledge of the Absolute. Lord Krishna is the Supreme Truth, the Supreme Cause and sustaining force of everything, both material and spiritual. Advanced souls surrender unto Him in devotion, whereas impious souls divert their mind to other object of worship. And today we discuss chapter 8, Attaining the Supreme. By remembering Lord Krishna in devotional throughout one's life, and especially at the time of death, one can attain to his supreme abode beyond the material world. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Grantaraj, Srimad Bhagavad Gita ki Jai. Thank you very